Hey, my name's James Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we've got some brand new rent data. It's not good news. I'm sorry. I know some people get really frustrated that we have a roll of bad news, but that's just what's happening in the market at the moment. You've got landlords being beat over the head with the Renters' Rights Bill. You've got interest rates being stubbornly high. You've got unemployment data that's not been the best in the world. The inflation came back. I can't help that stuff. But when I do get some good news, I promise I will share it to you. Now, this news, I guess, if you're a landlord, is good news. It means you're going to make more rent and be more secure with your properties. But it's not good news for tenants. And ultimately, I don't think it's good news for the economy, because if all the money that someone earns is sucked out on rent, then they're not going to be spending on holidays, in restaurants, and in other kind of businesses. So in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how high rents have got. London is obviously the worst, but the rest of the UK has been hit quite hard. It's not a southern problem anymore. So we're going to discuss all of that. Where are the hot spots? So while you're here, if you haven't done already, do make sure you subscribe to the channel over there and hit that bell notification. We're on the way to 45,000 subscribers right now, which is absolutely awesome. And by subscribing, you'll get all the latest house price news, interest rate news, property news, and much, much more. So that's a reason to subscribe. Make sure as well, you smash that like button, tickle that like button, but just do something to the like button, guys. That helps with the YouTube algorithm, and that's what's really helped the channel grow. So thanks to everyone that does that. So I'm just in Carcassonne at the moment, just having a bit of a wander around the back of the property that we're staying on, just while Amelie has her dinner. So if we have two parents involved, it's a nightmare, and she plays us off against one of the other. So we only do it, one of us will do dinner each evening. But yeah, I want to talk about rents. And Rightmove's got this new data at the moment. Just quickly, I don't know if you can see through there. Probably not. A lovely field with sunflowers there on the border of the property. Anyway, Rightmove's got this new data, and rents have gone up again, and some places by crazy amounts. I think rent inflation at the moment is 6.7% averaged across the UK. But I'm going to give you some stats in this, where you're going to see some areas where it's double digits and high double-digit increases in rent, which, if you live in those areas, can't be much fun. So the average rent at the moment is £1,365. But obviously, the UK is a very, very different place. Costs in the south are significantly more than you'll find in the north. London rents are insane. Like, the average London rent is £2,712. £2,712. That is bonkers. So think about that. That's your take-home pay as well. So you will have had to earn an absolute fortune before tax, before you can even rent a property just like to live, which puts renting in London really out of people on just normal jobs that we need, like firefighters, nurses, teachers, people like that. They must really, really struggle to be able to afford the rent in London, which is crazy. Now, London rents have been going up for a very long time. How long? 15 quarters. 15 quarters they've been going up. That is absolutely insane. Now, what is rental growth like as a whole? So since 2020, which was obviously 5 years ago, but it seems like it wasn't even that long ago to me. Since 2020, rents have gone up 44% on average. 44% on average. While wages have only gone up 36% on average. So that's clearly a problem, and that means affordability on rent is even harder. Now, I'm going to know that some of you are going to comment on this and say people can't afford the rent, so they just won't pay it. The problem you've got is that the rental market is shrinking at the moment. There are less and less rental properties at this time. I'm away with someone at the moment that's just sold 2 rental properties because they've just had enough of it. They're not interested in doing that anymore because of the hassle, because of the Section 24, because of the Renters' Rights Bill potentially coming through as well. And there's loads of people that are in the same boat, that they just want to leave the market. The government is really, really pushing them. And if you listen to tenants, they're saying, good, get rid of the landlords. We've had enough. They're greedy people. But the problem with that statement is that they'll be replaced, these landlords, with the corporate landlords. So if you want BlackRock or Lloyd's Bank to be your landlord, good luck, because they won't get things done. They will, once they own the market. So these big companies, they go into certain towns. Let's say, for example, they chose to go into Carcassonne, where I am right now. So they go into Carcassonne, they buy all the rental properties, they build some additional rental properties. So you can only rent a property from them. You don't have other choices. Now what happens is that if they increase the rent, you have no choice. And they do that. And that's what happens with these big corporations. They get the monopoly and then they start increasing rents on a gradual process first. But over time, those rents will increase and increase and increase. What also happens is, if you have a small landlord like me with 10 properties, if you've got a leak in your bathroom, chances are you might have my mobile phone number and you can call me up and I can come out. Or in most cases, I have agents that work for me, estate agents that you can contact 24 hours a day. You can contact them on the weekends. There's always somebody available that can help you with your problem or concern. As a tenant, I'd much prefer that. I would really love to have a landlord or an agent that gets things done. When you work with these big companies, the chance of getting stuff sorted shrinks. The time it takes shrinks. It doesn't work. Just found this massive field here that I haven't found before while I've been walking around, which is quite interesting. So yeah, it is frustrating. So what areas have rents risen significantly? Well, the average rental increase across the UK since 2020 is £417. So like we said, that's 44% increase when wages have only gone up 36%. But just this year, just in the last 12 months, Ascot rents have gone up 21%. 21% in just one place. That's brutal. That's well above inflation, and that's going to hit people very, very hard. Farnham in Surrey, rents have gone up 19% in one place. Crazy. What about up north? Well, Rochdale, near Manchester, rents have gone up 17% just in that one town. And Stockport, as well, near Manchester, rents have gone up 15%, which is absolutely bonkers. Now, the problem here is the lack of supply. The solution here is not rent controls, because rent controls will mean there will be less supply. And while you might say, well, the rents will be a reasonable rate, you just won't get a property. Someone commented on my videos in the last 24 hours saying they put their property up for rent in London and got 71 inquiries, 71 in 24 hours. That's crazy. I've had other people that have commented here that say they have had property, they're estate agents in Scotland, and they have listed properties and they get 200 applications per property in Scotland. And that's after they put rent controls on. So these aren't the solutions. The solutions is to support landlords. The solution is to look at the properties in areas where there's lots of empty properties. I've talked about that the other day. The government are looking at some of that, looking at those empty properties, but getting landlords to help you fix them up. Give them an incentive to fix those properties up. Give them some grants, give them some interest-free credit to help them, like a bounce back loan. get those properties fixed up, get them on the market. Say they've got to have them social housing for a while, increase the supply, and that's what's going to regulate the rents. Increasing supply is the best way to fix this problem, in my opinion. But I'd like to know what you think in the comments below. So do comment below with your thoughts on how you can fix this rent solution so it works for everybody. But what I'm going to tell you is that renters' rights bill, adding costs on landlords, and all of these things is going to push rents up even more and cause more problems. But I'd love to know what you think in the comments. Do make sure you smash like and subscribe. Also check out all the other content as well on the channel, including this video right here.